Hello, and welcome back as we continue our series entitled Shed Your Fears. In the previous episode, we uncovered that fear is often just an illusion created by your subconscious. Today, we'll explore how those subconscious beliefs are formed and how they can be reprogrammed to allow you to break free from your fears. So let's dig in. Simply put, the subconscious mind is an absolutely amazing construct. The subconscious mind is responsible for maintaining all of your body's core functions. In addition, it processes and stores your personal experiences, including your emotions, habits, and memories. It operates at over 1 million times faster than the conscious mind, and it controls approximately 95% of the brain's processing at any given time. It uses the information stored to constantly monitor the external environment and keep you safe, to guard and protect you. While your conscious mind is actively working on logical issues such as your schedule for the day, meeting agendas, or even things like what to make for dinner, your subconscious mind is processing information in the background. It's continuing to perform the core body functions while constantly scanning your external environment and searching your past experiences for comparison to determine if your current situation that you're in is safe. If it senses a match, a perceived similar prior experience that had a negative outcome, the subconscious will trigger a negative or a fear response. It's the proverbial fight or flight self-survival reflex. And that can happen even if the two situations aren't logically connected. For example, let's take a look at public speaking, one of the most common fears people identify with. Perhaps every time you're put into a situation that requires speaking in public, you freeze up. For no known reason, your system just finds that situation fearful and the associated anxiety becomes overwhelming. Now, this of course can be a huge issue if speaking in public is required for your job or lifestyle or even future aspirations or goals. Most likely, your subconscious has paired the thought of speaking in public with some deep-seated memory of a previous experience that didn't go very well for you. Perhaps as a child, you were embarrassed in class. Maybe you stood up, said something silly, or misspoke, and the class laughed. I think you get the idea. An event that happened long ago is now influencing your current life. And now, every time you step up to speak, your subconscious pairs the current situation with that old humiliating experience. And the result? Anxiety. And here's the kicker. After all these years, you may not even remember that incident, let alone connect that to your current life situation. However, deep within your subconscious holds the anxieties, emotions, and memories from that prior life experience, that prior situation. And for unknown reasons, your subconscious made a direct correlation between that previous life experience and your current situation, most likely to protect you from potential embarrassment. If it works and you do give in to that fear and decide not to speak, then your subconscious assumes the correlation was correct. And that fear has now been substantiated. Have you ever clicked on a random Facebook post and now you keep getting new posts with a similar topic? A few weeks ago, a friend sent me a clip of 2 dogs hosting a podcast. Now, I'll admit, it was pretty funny, but since then, I'm now seeing all kinds of suggested reels for talking dogs, talking cats, and even Bigfoot that have been created by other content creators. That's because when I clicked on the original link, I substantiated my appreciation for talking animals. And now the Facebook algorithm is doing its thing and making random connections, kind of operating just like the subconscious mind. Now, getting back on topic, here's the good news. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. And we can use this to our advantage to reprogram a perceived fear by replacing the old belief with a new, empowering, positive belief. As we discussed in the first episode of the video series, fear is an imaginary construct, a subconscious suggestion for a given situation based on an arbitrary association with a previous experience. And it just so happens that the previous experience comes with the feelings that conjure up emotions of negative energy. However, you have the ability to reframe that subconscious association. You can reprogram your subconscious to reorient that situation to an alternative belief that affirms a more favorable experience aligned with positive energy. For example, we can use a healing modality like Psych-k, which focuses specifically on transforming or reprogramming subconscious beliefs associated with a specific situation or condition. When we look at the public speaking scenario discussed earlier, we have to ask, is it that important to understand an arbitrary, long-forgotten childhood experience? Or do we just move on and transform the subconscious belief by implanting an alternative positive belief that better aligns with the current situation, in this case, public speaking, to remove the subconscious belief that is no longer serving you? As a preferred Psych-k facilitator, we often lead with the phrase, what do you want instead? Meaning, what do you want the current situation or condition to feel like when you experience it again in the future? How do you want to feel, act, and respond in that situation going forward? And then we work from there. Now, it's well beyond the scope of this video to get too deep into the weeds regarding the actual Psych-k approach. However, I do have several related videos on my channel, and I'll leave the link to one in the comments below to help get you started. And I encourage you to visit my website at selfsovereignty.com to review my one-on-one transformation coaching packages, or even to schedule an exploratory call. But with regard to this segment, it's important for you to understand that you have the ability to reassign your internal beliefs to better align with your current situation or condition. With the right support, the overall belief transformation process can be pretty simple. You have the ability to overcome situations and conditions that are holding you back both personally and professionally. And with the right mindset and strategies, you can start to live the life that you want and even take your professional career to the next level. As we close out this episode, I want to leave you with one quick tip and a quote for encouragement. First, never say the words, "I can't." Your subconscious takes that literally. As author Joseph Campbell tells us, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasures you seek. What you're looking for is right behind that fear. In the next episode, we'll tackle one of the most common fear-based patterns, imposter syndrome. We'll cover what it is, why it happens, and how to overcome it. Thanks for watching, and remember, the answer is within you to build a better you and to own your destiny. Until next time, take care and God bless.